Hi everybody, Jess-c here from jessiebanks.com, and I'm back with another Copic coloring video. This time I'm using, I think it's Fairy Tale Squidgies by Stamping Bella. Aren't they darling? So I'm starting in by adding my drop shadows with my E23 marker. This will be my darkest shade. So I'm just going in and adding anywhere where the color would go over. I debate on putting it on the nose there, but I didn't. Anywhere where something overlaps something else, where the hair comes over the face, where the face goes over the neck. And here I'm just creating a little bit of shape in her arms. So we're just going to go in and drop all of those in. The coloring on this video is sped up to 3 times the original speed, so it's quite a bit faster than I normally color it. So now we're going with E23, and I am adding some of that to the nose, and I'm going all the way back to the stamped line, as always. And here I just make sure I go on the arms where I'm leaving that white. I'm muttering, holy. Where I'm leaving that white edge, I am making sure I go all the way back to where I started the darkest color. So I'm not going all the way to the stamp line, but I am going completely over top of the darker color in order to get that. I love these guys. I bought these guys, and I bought the little unicorns, and I told myself I wasn't allowed to buy any more Stamping Bella stamps until I colored these two. So I'll do the unicorns tomorrow so that I can order some more of the new release, because I need it all, but I'm not allowed to buy it all at once. We won't go there. So E50 is my latest color, and I'm just blending everything out. I'm just doing it the standard way I do most of my Copic coloring anyway. Now I'm going in on him, and E13 is going to be my darkest color on him. I'm just kind of creating where the hair is going to start and stop. And a little bit of definition to his ears. I love these little cuties. They're absolutely darling. They're all so cute. I want the XO one, even though I'll never have it before Valentine's Day. I still need it. Must have it. It's so cute. E21, and we're blending everything out. It's just the same process over and over with slightly different markers. R20 for his cheeks. He needs a little bit of rosiness. He's smiling and blushing. So cute. I must have opened the wrong side of the marker there. C5, I'm going to go in and start doing his armor. So I'm using the cool grays for this, just because I find steel looks more cool colored than warm colored. You probably do it with your W's or your T's or your N's, but I chose my C's. And I'm just creating some highlights and shadows and leaving some parts white that are going to be behind where the darkest color is, just to give it a little bit more of a metallic appearance. Following a lot of the artist drawn lines because they give you a good clue as to where your highlights and shadows should be, which is always a bonus. C3, and just blending all of that out slightly. So it will be the 9th of February when you guys see this, and over in Cards and Color, my Facebook group, we are getting ready to do another live coloring event on the 25th of this month, using one of Whimsy Stamp's new releases that launched today, actually. Well, today's the 8th when I'm doing the voiceover, but yesterday, I guess, when you guys are listening to this, if you're listening on the 9th, there is a coupon code in my group. I'll leave the link to the group down below. You can definitely join. I'll let you in. Yeah, and there's a coupon code in there for Whimsy Stamps, and they're our sponsor for the 25th, and I'm pretty excited about that. We're over 100 members now, which is super awesome. Speaking of amounts of people, I'm almost at 1,000 subscribers. I'm so stoked. Thanks, so much. It's fantastic. I've really been enjoying doing videos again and putting them out, and that people have been enjoying watching them, so it's all been super fantastic. I'm loving it. So we're doing the hair now, and I'm using E40s. I use those E40s a lot. I love this color combination. It's one of my favorites. And when I do hair, I do it backwards as opposed to how I do everything else. And I go lightest to darkest instead of darkest to lightest. So that's super fun. I do have some more full card processes coming for you. Coming for you guys soon. I know I have one for the middle of next week, and I have a Shabby Chic one coming up. It should be out hopefully this weekend. I'll have it all together and ready. So that's exciting. Now that I got lights in the craft dungeon, I can film a little bit and try and keep my big head out of the way. So that's lovely. This is RV29. This is my favorite paint combination. Is The RV 29, 25, 23, and 21. I love it. I use it all the time. I probably use it way more than I should, but I really like these bright, vivid colors. So I'm doing the underside of her, the under frills, I guess, of her dress and the little veil-y thing on her princess cap. So now we're going in with RV 23 and blending that all out. With my pinks, I find I have to work a little faster than usual just so that nothing dries on me in between layers. If you do find that your colors are drying and you're having a hard time blending everything out, work in sections. Do like the underside of the skirt first and then do the veil. Instead, I did come in with the RV10. When I find I need it a little bit lighter, I use RV10 as my lightest color instead of RV21. It works for me. But do it in sections instead of trying to do it all at once, and then you don't have to worry about it drying so fast on you. So I decided to do her dress and her hat and everything in purple, and I'm using V9, V6, V5, and V1 probably. I'm not sure if I used anything lighter than the V01. I skip V04 a lot of the time just because I personally find the color way too neon for that combo, and I'm never happy with it when I use it, so I just skip it for the majority. So I'm going in and adding some folds to her dress and just where the darkest shadows will be, following those artist drawn lines and where her arms would create a shadow on the dress and all that fun stuff. I left her hair until the bitter end because I was nervous about coloring it. So I left it till the bitter end because then if I mess it up, I have to start completely over, apparently. I really should start doing the parts that frighten me near the beginning. Then if I muck them up, I'm not having to start the entire image over again. So here comes that V06, blending everything out a little bit. These two are so cute. I can't get over it. I do the little poofy feathery thing on his hat purple as well, I do believe. I think I was contemplating doing it a different color. And then I decided that no, it should match her dress. Because they're a darling little couple. And then V01, and I'm just filling in the rest. Now we're going to do her hair, and I'm going to give her black hair, so I'm starting with W1, and I'm just going in and coloring over top of everything. And then W3, W5, and I'm just following the artist drawn lines. Some are squiggly and curly, and some are straight. She's definitely got little kid hair. You know how it's always a mess. I love it. It's so perfect. And then I come in with 110. I was going to use a darker gray, and I decided that I was out of room to keep adding darker colors. So I do the 110, and then I think I decide that there's way too much light in between, and I go in and add a little bit more of something else, if I remember correctly. I might not have even filmed it. I colored this up a while ago. It took me a while. Yeah, I go in with a little more of the W5. It took me a while to get this one on a card just because I was doing other design team stuff and all of that. But that's okay. Here they are now. So I'm going in with the V01. I'm mapping out where I'm going to put my darkest colors before I start. Because now I'll jump to my V09 and I'll follow that. Just because I was nervous that I was going to go in with this dark color and put way too much of it or not enough. And if I go in with my lightest color, if I don't go exactly where the lightest color is, and I skip some, it doesn't matter because it's the lightest color. So V06, and we're blending that out. Then V05, and then we finish it off with the V01. And then I come back in, this is the V09, and I'm just adding some spots. I'm not actually coloring completely over top of those lines. I'm just adding a few dots just to give it a little bit more definition. And more like fluffy look and randomness. Now I'm going to do the flower with the same pink colors that I used in her dress. And then just a little bit of green for the leaves, and that's it for this one. There's a picture of the card at the end. You can definitely find my blog link, the link to the image, the link to my Facebook group. I'd love for you to come and join. If you haven't subscribed, please do. And if you enjoy coloring videos and card process videos, please give me a big thumbs up. It helps me out here on YouTube. Thanks for watching. Bye!